Bibi Bird. You might be out of grapes. Okay?
Water.
You got plenty of water. Beautiful. Candle. Almond. Is that breakfast food? How you doing, bees? How you doing? You hanging out with your favorite toy? Dots. Yeah, you gonna ask for grapes because we're out of them? I might be able to scare one up, please. Is that your favorite? Hello. Good song, Bibi Bird. That's a real good song. Is that your piano?
Hey, Beeps.
Hello. What you gonna do with that grape?
Chip.
I know you want a grape because there are none. I don't have any today.
You want some yogurt?
Yeah, you can have some yogurt. Do you want some? Do you want some? What's your favorite yogurt? What's your favorite yogurt?
Strawberry?
Oh, that's some good stuff, isn't it?
Strawberry?
Yeah, strawberry. So smart. Strawberry yogurt.
I'm Beeps.
Can you do the water sound?
Sweet cherry?
You not gonna do the water?
Maybe booze at breakfast.
Okay. You want some cooking?
Oh.
I had some cooking planned. You want some cooking?
So sweet.
I think you're sweet. So besides grapes, what do you want?
Good morning.
Good morning. Super sweet. I love you. What's that?
I need some breakfast.
Yeah, you gonna get some breakfast?
Do you want some cooking?
Yeah, you want some cooking? You gonna go cook it yourself?
So sweet.
Yeah, you look like you're
I'm tired.
Yeah, you're tired. Are you tired or retired? Hmm?
Oops. How are you?
Okay.
Do you want some shakes?
Yeah, I do want some shake. You wanna do some? Do some shake, shake, shake.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
You eat your breakfast?
Yeah, let's not stand on the breakfast. Yeah. You wanna eat your breakfast? You got cantaloupe in there. You eat your cantaloupe? It's good stuff. Cantaloupe. That's some good stuff, Gracie. Cantaloupe. Say good stuff, Beebs.
Want some breakfast?
Okay, I better get to cooking. Huh? Good girl, Beebs. What do you want for breakfast, Gracie?
What's good?
Oh, sweet pie.
You want a berry?
Super smarty pants.
You want mom? I want berry. I want berry.
It's a little early for berries.
I want berry.
I know. I've heard.
I want berry.
Why don't we eat some
Do you
good
want a
breakfast
berry?
first, huh?
I want berry.
How you doing? Do a little cooking? Yeah, we're not gonna do berries this early.
My beeps. My beeps.
Hello. You're the beads.
Let's cook fish.
You got lots of good ideas, don't you, beads?
You want an apple?
Some apples.
Strawberry? Chip cooking. Some yogurt. And beeps.
Hello.
Let's try with the beeps.
That's right. You're a good talker, beads.
Some yogurt.
Mmm. What kind of
Some
yogurt?
yogurt.
What's your favorite flavor? What's your favorite yogurt? What kind of yogurt?
Strawberry?
Yeah, strawberry. So smart. And Gracie likes blueberry. You like strawberry.
Strawberry?
Yeah. I got
want
strawberry
that.
today. Sorry, Gracie. You like
Get your
strawberry too,
breakfast.
don't you? You like them all, don't you? You're not picky, are you? You're such a sweet pie. Who's this bird? Huh? Who's this yogurt-loving bird?
Some yogurt.
Yeah, do you want some yogurt? Are you really going to eat some? Do you want some yogurt, Gracie?
I guess you're talking to big breakfast.
Yeah. Big breakfast.
Strawberry yogurt.
That's right. Gracie did her trick, Beebs. Good talking, Gracie. Hey, Beebs, you want to do some counting? Do you want to do your counting? Ichi, ni, san, shi, go. You just want yogurt? Phoebe weighed 480 this morning. Oh my gosh, you're making an egg, aren't
Strawberry
you? You're
yogurt.
huge. I think Phoebe's eating for two. How you doing, Beebs?
I want almond.
Okay. You craving some
And
calcium?
breakfast.
Good bird.
You want a berry? You want an almond?
Mm,
You want to step up?
just a minute. And some good talking. What's your favorite breakfast, Beebs?
Strawberry?
Yeah, you like strawberry yogurt? You like grapes?
Strawberry?
Yeah. You ever gonna learn to say cantaloupe? Cantaloupe. Mmm. It's good. You want some? What's this? What's this? Are you in a trance? What is that? What's this? You get fuzz on your beak. Yes, you do. You get fuzz off your toys. What's this? What is that? What's this?
Yogurt.
It is. Do you know what flavor? What kind of yogurt is that? What kind of yogurt?
Strawberry?
Very good. Good job, Beebs. You looking at it? What are you looking at? You got purple kibble floating in your water? Did you do that? It's floating there, isn't it? You want some? She takes the tiniest little bites. Yeah. You got good manners, Beebs? You done? Is that all you want?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you an almond, okay? Because you've been asking for them. Are you craving some calcium? What's that? What is that?
It's yogurt.
No, not this. What is this? What's this? What's this?
It's white.
It's not white, but what is it? What's this?
Strawberry?
No. Try again. What is this?
Strawberry?
No. It's not a berry either. What is it? What's this?
It's white.
It's not white. No. What is this? Are you looking at it?
Strawberry?
Look, Beebs. What's this? Do you want an almond? Okay, then what's this? What's this?
An almond.
There you go. That was a huge hint, wasn't it? Yeah, did you drop it? After all that?
Throw it out. I'm not berry.
Aww, is the stream bad?
Okay.
What doesn't it like? Okay. Dropped frames. What does that mean? Alright, we're going to try to go to your backup broadcaster now. Does it like that? No. There. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Hi, Beebs. Yeah, are you sleepy? We wake you up too early this morning? Yeah. 10 till 5 is a little early, isn't it? Alright, Beebs. Here we gotta broadcast it at a lower setting. TV on. Do we not want the TV on? Hi, Beebs. Are you sensing my frustrations? Well, we're not gonna build a viewership this way, are we? Huh? Not receiving enough info. I'm just gonna bump this down. Alright, Bibi Bird. It's looking a little better on my side. You think it actually is beads? Can you use your intuition and your powers of your psychic powers? Yeah, you got psychic powers, don't you, Biebs? Since you can't smell or taste anything real well. They gave you psychic powers instead, didn't they? Smarty pants. Okay, I lowered the quality a little bit. It looks like it's doing a little better. You gotta go low quality beads. I don't know if it'll be discernible. Cross your toes, Bibi Bird. Thanks for hanging in there with us. Alright, good deal. It's working, beads. I can't tell if it's the software I'm using or if it's our internet connection, because the internet speed tests all look okay. It's probably a UTS error, beads. In the IT world, a UTS error is a nice way of saying that the user's too stupid. So this is probably a UTS error, beads. I'm using some freebie software, so we'll see. You think it's gonna work?
Not close to God.
Yeah, you're good bird, beads. I think Bibi really appreciates her psychic powers too. Yeah, you use them all the time. You like to show off your psychic powers. She likes to see through walls.
I guess I'll
Yeah, you get some of that. Your eggs are cooking funky today, Bees. We're going 0 for 10 this morning, aren't we? Yeah. So I was slow getting out of bed this morning. And I think Bibi's making an egg. Bibi was playing with her toy. And her little butt was pulsating. Man, so I videotaped a little bit. It's kind of gross, but she was definitely enjoying her toy. Birdie, birdie, bird. I'm gonna make a little birdie video for you, Beebs. Look at that bird. What's that bird doing? Hello, big bird. Your eggs are upset beans. What is going on? Did you eat your breakfast? Yeah, a little bit. How in the world did I ruin scrambled eggs, Steve? I know. Look at this thing. Oh no, it's showing errors again. you doing, mistress? Well, my other software says things are okay. Please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Keyframes are not being sent. Why's it gotta be wonky, Beebs? Hmm? Oh, I think I have a picture of Houdini from years and years ago watching Bibi. I think he's sitting on top of a monitor with Bibi broadcast on it. Always Gucci. That wasn't Houdini. Hey, Grace. That's a good question. How many is too many berries? They do have a lot of seeds. Some of that depends on how much of it your bird eats. They claim that for nutri-berries that they'll eat like 85% of it, but a lot of that depends on the mood of the bird. Bibi sometimes will eat just the safflower seeds off of them, just like 2 or 3 little safflower seeds, and throw the rest of the berry down. Other days she'll devour the whole thing. Yeah, Tim, when you go to the vet, it'd be good to get some blood work done. As a, you know, it's kind of traumatizing to watch them get the blood drawn, but it doesn't really hurt. You know, it's good for their health, and it's the best way to diagnose them. They can check the cholesterol that way, and liver, and a whole bunch of other things that they can't do except through the blood work. Right, Beebs? And some vets will take it from the foot, and some will take it from under the wing, and some will do it from the jugular. Our vet takes it from the jugular, and it's very quick and easy and supposedly painless. It's funny, if you give them a bag of safflower seeds, Bibi just is like, I don't want that. But if you give her a nutri-berry that's covered in safflower seeds, then she'll love it. So, all about the packaging, isn't it, Beebs? hate to ask this again, but is the stream okay? I'm getting a warning message, but at the same time it looks okay to me. Yeah, when we had Pete, we had to watch his cholesterol. In the end, that's probably what got him. Too much fat in his diet. How you doing, Gracie? You need to go back to the vet pretty soon, don't you, Grace? Yeah, you need to get your stuff checked. Oh, yeah, they all behave differently at the vet. Bibi kind of growls a little bit and she gets quiet. She doesn't really want to interact much. Gracie screams her head off. It's so loud you have to wear like earplugs. Really, really loud. And she puts up a big fight, don't you, Gracie? She hates being toweled. And then our other bird, we had a bird named Pete. And he lived to be about 41. He was such a good boy. We got him, we're like his third owner, I think, maybe fourth owner. Well, there was a father and son that owned him at one time, so I'd count that as 1 and 2. And then my friend owned him for a while. And then she was going to get kicked out of her apartment because of her birds, so she gave Pete to us. And he was not stepping up for anybody when we first got him. And we taught him how to do that. It was really good. Yeah. But Pete used to get really red in the face at the vet, and I'd read somewhere that sometimes birds will like bleed out of their eyes when they're that upset. And he didn't squawk really. He just would his face would just get really red, and he'd get really hot. And they said, don't worry if your bird does like get a little blood out of the eye. It just means they just burst a little vessel. It's not a major deal, but his was probably due to like the redness in his face was probably due to his high blood pressure, because he did have cholesterol issues, so he had really, really high blood pressure. And it's awful when they start panting. They get themselves all worked up and get really mad. Yeah, red in the face. If she's that upset, there's a chance she might burst a little vessel, but it's not a big deal. It's better to know about it ahead of time, so if it happens that you don't panic. But we always expected it to happen with Pete, and it never did. But he was really, really red in the face, and he not having it. Bibi doesn't really seem to mind going to the vet. She doesn't like it, but she doesn't really yell too much about it. She likes seeing people. You don't like it at all, Gracie. Yeah, you let us know, don't you? Yeah. You're a good bird. Yes, you are. Hi, are you waking up now? People were talking about berries. Yeah. You gonna eat your broccoli? You're not?
I want none.
Yeah, I'm glad we had Pete while we did. And my friend's other bird, he passed away like a week after Pete did. They were around the same age, so I thought that was kind of interesting. They weren't in the same cage or anything. They weren't friends or anything, but they'd talk to each other. One of my favorite things that Pete ever did was we were at a veterinarian one time, and there's a we went to Carbondale, Illinois, a vet that was there, and there's a college in Carbondale, and their mascot is the Saluki, which is a Egyptian dog that's really tall and has long hair. They look kind of like Afghan hounds mixed with greyhounds, and they're very fast and lean, very tall. Yeah, you're beeping a lot, Gracie. And the person that was bringing them in was a student from the school, and they had him on those kind of leashes that retract. And she had 3 dogs at one time. They had a brown one, a white one, and a black one. And one of the dogs started coming over too close to Bibi, and the lady that was handling them really wasn't paying attention to what her dogs was doing because she was busy talking to the receptionist. Do you have to keep doing that? And the dog got really close to Bibi's cage, and Bibi started growling like really loud. And Pete goes, "That bird's loud," just clear as day. And it was the funniest thing because he didn't talk a lot, but when he did, it was always very poignant and just hilarious. And every now and then, another thing he would say, he'd go, "I'm Michael's bird." And we knew he was doing that because the first owner was Michael's dad, and he was gonna give Pete to his son when his son got old enough. So the whole growing up, Pete had learned to say, "I'm Michael's bird." And then it turned out that Michael really wasn't a bird person, so Dad's plans didn't really work out the way he wanted. We had Pete for 11 months, I think. It wasn't very long. Just under a year. Hey, Grace. Alright, babes. Time to feed the kitties. Time to feed the kitties. Hi there. Well, the kitty's eating fish. That's what you wanted, isn't it? Pete was also an African gray parrot. I've never had a bird that wasn't a Congo African gray. My husband has, though. He's had some cockatiels. I think that's it. Cockatiels is what he grew up with, cockatiels. I grew up with a dog. And only a dog, no cats. I was afraid of cats because I got scratched really bad by one when I was staying at my aunt's house, and I thought all cats were mean. But I also thought it was kosher to go up to a cat while it's sleeping and start petting it. So the reason I got scratched was my own fault. I did not understand cats. You ever sneak up on a sleeping kitty that you don't know and start petting it like a dog? Did the growl get rid of the Slooky? Not really. I think when we started laughing, because everybody around us started laughing when Pete said, that bird's loud. That's when the lady that had the Saluki looked over and saw that her dog was getting a little too close to our birds. Another thing Bibi will do to try to get rid of animals is if she sees a bird like outside that gets like too close to the window, or if she's outside and it gets on her cage, that she'll start meowing. I thought that was pretty ingenious.
Yeah, get rid of that wild bird. Oh, kitties.
Hi, Beebs, you make yourself all pretty.
He's getting attention.
I'm gonna try something, see if I can show a video of Pete. Let's see. I think this will work. This might not work. Oop. Where's Pete? This is Pete riding in the car on the way to bed.
What do you say, Pete?
He's getting attention.
I think she's a little jealous, maybe. That's so good.
Well, his face is not too good, though. Maybe hey, it worked. Hi, Beebs. I'm going to do any talking. I don't think it's just a female thing, Tim, because Speedy has it too, and they found out Speedy's a boy. So that's Beverly's bird. And Bibi and Speedy got to meet. Hi, you gonna start doing some talking? Yeah, Einstein and Bibi touched beaks too. I don't think Shadow did though. I think Sharon was a little afraid of Shadow taking it at Bibi. You just never know what your bird's gonna do. We respected that. She wasn't afraid of Bibi attacking Shadow, but she was a little afraid of it going the other way. And Shadow's a big boy too. And I think Shadow moved since we met him too. Gosh, so many people have moved. So Bibi's probably she's gonna be doing a lot of preening and she's gonna be kind of quiet today. She was really broody when she woke up. She's really wanting to make out with her toys and stuff, and I really think she's probably working on an egg. So they tend to be messing with their feathers a lot and kind of quiet when they're acting like that and wanting to be held. She's not really acting like she wants to be held a lot today. You getting all pretty bees. It's got to be really hard to estimate the age on the birds because they don't, you know, with people they go by looking at your teeth, and sometimes they'll x-ray people, look at their bones. With birds, you know, it's hard to even do an x-ray without knocking them out. It's cute that Raymond watches Einstein. He's a good talker. They're good editors too. They're very good at making videos. I saw something last night about a couple that adopted a girl from the Ukraine, and she has dwarfism, and they're claiming they ran off to Canada and left her behind. They got her an apartment, and they say she's an adult, but they got duped. They were told that she was like 8 years old, and it turns out she's like 22 or something. And they're even having a hard time finding out how old she is, which is really weird, because you would think with humans, I mean, somebody pointed out you can tell the age of mummies, you know. Why can't they tell the age of this living person? But they ran off, I guess it was like 7 or 8 years ago, to Canada and left her behind. And the girl's claiming she was only like 8 years old. And she went to the police, you know, to say that her parents had abandoned her. It's just a really weird case, and I think it's still like in the courts because the parents they kind of doctor shopped until they found a doctor that agreed to say that she was older than she was claiming, and then they went to court with the doctor's report and got her age officially changed so that they could just kind of, you know, leave her behind, say it, you're out on your own, you're an adult now. Oh, Aaron, Pete was he was 40 when we got him, so he was like 41 when he died. So we only had him 1 year. He was 40 years old though, and that was like 10 years ago because I was 40 at the time. I remember thinking, oh, he's the same age as I am. And I think his dad got him, cause, his dad was like a dentist in town, I think, had him like right before he had his son Michael. So Michael was like a year younger than Pete. So that was kind of neat. He got to grow up with the bird. And I guess when he was old enough to own the bird, he was just kind of like, nah. It kind of ties you down a little bit. Yeah, Pete was in his 40s. He was, well, exactly 40, I think, when we got him. It was pretty easy to age, you know, to age him because we knew all the owners that he had gone through. And I went to school with the son of the first owner. He was a year younger than me. I knew Michael firsthand when he was saying, I'm Michael's bird. It was like, yeah, I know Michael. Yeah, I think that's what the father, Michael's dad and Pete's first owner, I think that's what he was thinking, is that he had a built-in heir for his bird. He was just going to hand him off to Michael when he was, too old to care for him anymore. So I felt really lucky to be able to have him for a little while. He was such a good bird. How many eggs can she lay? I've heard that a lot of times they'll lay in what they call a clutch, which is like, a week or two of just laying one egg after another. But Bibi's gone, let's see, December, January, February. She's gone 3 months now without laying one, so it wouldn't be considered a clutch if she has another one. So like Bibi and her brother, who we got to meet when we got Bibi, when we adopted her. She had a brother, and they were born just like a few days apart. I'm not sure like when the eggs were laid or whatever, but they hatched just a couple days apart. And Bibi was smaller than her brother. And they had them surgically sexed, which is where they stick a scope up inside of them and they can tell what gender they are, so they can guarantee that you're getting a female or a male. So we will never have to have Bibi DNA tested. We already know. Well, and the egg, that helps. And birds can reproduce like throughout their entire lifetimes, but it's not particularly healthy for them to do it when they're older. It's not good for the parents, and it's not good for the babies. We saw proof of that when we were in Durham, North Carolina. There was a pet shop there that there was a bird that had no toes, and I just assumed it was some kind of like being crammed in a cage with other birds when it was a baby and getting its toes gnawed off or something, because you hear all kinds of horrific smuggling stories. But they said nope, it was because the parents were very, very old breeders and they shouldn't have been breeding anymore. By having both parents being older, it led to them having an increased chance of birth defects, and that happened to I think it was, the bird's name was Rosie. So Rosie was born with no toes, so they had to make platforms instead of perches for her. And she'd climb around. She's got around just fine. And of course, when she would eat, she wouldn't eat with her feet. She'd just stick her face in the bowl. She couldn't hang on to anything with her feet because they were just little round nubs at the end. But she never had toes, so she didn't miss them. Yeah, Bibi hated the egg when it came out. She buried it immediately under her towel in her sleep cage and ran to the other side of the cage and was squawking. She seemed very angry. And at first we thought she was having a seizure because she's flopping around so much, and then we found the egg under the towel. She had no problems whatsoever that we took it away. Hi, Bibi. Well, that's a lot of preening. Look how pretty you are. Yeah, you already had almond. You gonna eat some more breakfast? You got cantaloupe to eat. You gonna eat that cantaloupe? I'll have to take it away pretty soon. Big poo. What kind of berry? Gracie called the cops. Do 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 do.
You want to step?
Do 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 do. Did you come out of your little
You want to
trance?
step up?
Okay. Gracie Dunham's family, Beebs. Hi. Did you see all this stuff down here? I know you're wanting stuff, but there's all kinds of stuff down here to play with. Yeah? What's this? Huh? What is that? Is that gonna stay in there? That's not gonna stay in there, is it? Nope. You gonna get it? Hmm? Is there a berry in there? Sometimes there's a berry in there. Let's put a berry in there. Well, watch what I'm doing. I think you might have seen. Did you peek? Hey, Gracie. Whoa. A little too far away. I kind of adjusted these this morning. That was kind of a far reach, wasn't it? On the move. Hi there. We throwing everything down? Oops. Good save, Beebs. Are you gonna fly? You gonna fly? You can fly if you want to. It's okay. Are you gonna do it? You gonna fly? Good girl. You're flying right to me. That was so good. I think that's a good skill. Yeah, if you could fly right to me, you could be in a bird show. Yes, you could. I could stand across the room and say, Bibi, come fly to me. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the bird tricks people, like birdtricks.com. They do a lot of training and a lot of advice videos on YouTube. And the main guy's name is Dave, and he was a magician on a cruise ship, and we got to meet him, and it was right before we got Bibi, and he had a lot of birds in his magician act. And it was really neat getting to meet him. We met him like after his show. We just saw him in the lounge on the cruise ship and went up and talked to him. And he wound up marrying his magician's assistant, and her name's Jamie Lee. We haven't got to meet her yet because he had a different assistant on the cruise ship. But for a while, he was working with Ringling Brothers and doing a lot of bird acts with most of his magic act was birds. He's just was a really neat guy. So I just thought I'd mention them if anybody's interested in checking out their videos. They have a lot of stuff about, they were doing like free flights, where you take your bird out to a gymnasium or even outside somewhere and have them fly around and learn to fly back to you. And it's a pretty nifty skill to have in case your bird gets away from you, and then you can call them and have them come back to you. But it also seems pretty scary because there's things like hawks outside, and what if your bird doesn't come back to you? They work a lot with the birds inside before they try the outside stuff. We went to a bird fair last summer. We took Bibi there just to. It wasn't a bird fair. What was it? It was some kind of festival that was just real quirky. There was like gypsies, and it was just really varied. It was in St. Louis, and there was a bird rescue, a bird sanctuary that had set up a tent there. And there were several people that brought birds. It wasn't a bird-centric festival, though. They had music and food and all kinds of stuff. But we went over to the bird sanctuary place to see what they were doing and to introduce Bibi, and found out one of their African greys had flown off while they were trying to put a harness on it, and it went over in the park to a nearby tree and was up in the tree, and they were trying to get it down. And the last time I was taking Bibi to the veterinarian, lo and behold, the sanctuary people were just on their way out when I was coming in, and I found out that they did get their bird back. They just had to get a ladder and kind of climb up to it. Their gray was too scared to come down. He just kind of flew up into the tree and stayed there like a cat would do. But it took them hours and hours to get the bird out of the tree. So hopefully they'll be a little more careful next time, not, put the harness on when you're inside a car or a tent or something that's closed in, and not, they were just in an open air place, The bird decided, nope, I'm not wearing that harness, and just flew off. Is that good stuff, Beebs? Are you dunking your kibbles? So smart. Hey, Beebs. Hey there. I scrolled up to check on the spelling of your bird's name, Tim, and I saw that you asked a question of how old Bibi was when we got her. She was 80 days. Watcha, you're just under 3 months. 80 days old, weren't you? So sweet. Yes, you were. Yeah, you walked the birdie. Boop, boop. Doot, doot. Hi there, sweetie pie. Boop, boop. You're a good bird. Be careful.
Hello.
Hi. You good little talker. So sweet. Hello. Good flying. Good flying. You want to fly back? You feel heavier? Huh? You are heavier. You get weird flying when you're heavy. Huh? Woo, good job, Beebs.
Hello.
Hello. How are ya? Hey, Beebs.
Hello.
Hi there. Are you gonna fly to me again? Can you do it? Come here, Bibi. Come here, Bibi. Can you say bye-bye to Mary? Can you wave? Can you wave? She wants you to wave. Can you wave? Can you say bye-bye? Can you wave? You're not gonna wave? How about flying? You wanna fly over to me? Come here, Bibi. Come on, Beebs. Do I have to ignore you to get you to fly? Hi there. You gonna fly? You gonna wave? Are you a bird of few words today? You did a lot of good mornings this morning. Yes, you did. Is there anything you want to talk about? Yeah? Is there anything you'd like to talk about, Beebs? That's predictable. Do 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 do.
Hello.
Hello. Oh gosh. How long did it take you to get proficient at flying, Beebs? That's a good question. I don't know. Bibi had known how to fly before she got her wings clipped. Back when she was 80 days old, so it came kind of natural to her. I don't know if she flew exactly where she wanted to fly. I don't know, it doesn't seem like it takes very long. for them to get the hang of it. Yeah, what would you say, Bev? Maybe a couple weeks? The landing, of course, is always the hardest part for them. They have to kind of learn to think ahead about where they're going to land at and how to turn around if, you know, the plan doesn't work out. And sometimes Bibi she'll fly across the kitchen, plan on landing on the sink, but I have something sitting there to discourage her from landing there, and she'll just do a U-turn and fly back to her perch. Yeah, Speedy's a good flyer. You remember Speedy, Beebs? Yeah, you were probably so jealous. You're like, there's another bird in the room. What is going on? So where are you located at, Carol? I know you probably already said that. Are you out east? I think it comes back to them. They, you know, like they always say, riding a bicycle for people. Probably comes back to them pretty quick. Because it's not like that part of their brain is gone. It's just they just weren't physically able to do it before. You don't have to totally relearn it. Oh, other coast. I was completely wrong. West Coast bird. I have several friends that moved out to the Seattle area, Seattle and Tacoma. Good talking, Beebs. Bibi has never been out west, have ya? The most west Bibi went was probably Arkansas and Missouri. Did you go to Kansas, Beebs? I can't remember. Did you go Kansas? I don't think so. I think Missouri's the farthest you've been. And you start going west, huh? Yeah? Boop, boop. Oh yeah, it's pretty amazing when they turn a corner when they're flying. And my mom's kitchen is laid out like differently than ours was. That she's got cabinets that hang down and a ceiling that hangs down a little bit to kind of divide it between the kitchen and the dining room. And every now and then her wing will hit the cabinets. She's not used to that. Our house is much more open spaced. Little bird, so sweet. It's so nice of you to open your home to a bird with a special needs like that. Have you had birds before that weren't special needs? The internet's a treasure trove of information. It's just amazing. I mean, you can get bad information too, but it's always good to check, multiple sources and to see when there's a general agreement on a topic. And when in doubt, always err on the side of caution with your bird. If you're trying out a new food or something, try to look it up and see if it's safe for them, and don't give it to them until you're sure. Yeah, and even the vet techs that you're, especially if it's an avian vet, that a lot of times they'll surround themselves with the techs that have birds themselves. They can be very knowledgeable, and their time's usually not as crunched as the veterinarian himself. Oh, Raina's in good hands, and she's got a nurse, Steve's. Yeah, not everything translates, between birds and people, but a lot does. Little singing birds. Hi, Kristen. How you doing today, Beebs? Mm-hmm. Hi there. Can I turn you around? You're so pretty. Yes, you are. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Yeah. I just wanted to see your face. Either you just want to turn around and face the other direction. Alright. I was trying to control you, wasn't I, Beebs? This is so wrong. Oh yeah, the Amazons can get really loud. They're good singers. They're very smart birds. You're still on. You've been quiet. I was having the same issue with the bad stream today, and then I lowered the quality. This keyframe thing, but it's not doing the swirly. People said it's okay. So I'm just doing not bad. A little bit lower than it was yesterday, but you can see how it goes back and forth. Stream is excellent. I'm not. Same. Yes, it's just back and forth. If I lowered it from like 4,500 something a minute to 4,000, so just shaved off after I did a little Google search, and I get a different error. So. Who's that, Beebs? Did you turn around for him? Yeah. Yeah. Who's that guy? Who was that? Where'd he go, huh? Gracie is talking. Now Bibi's talking too. Bibi the Bird.
Like I was talking.
Yeah, you are a good talker. Get breakfast.
Beeps.
Yeah, you good bird, Beebs. And sometimes we don't know what we can handle until it happens.
Beeps.
Hello.
Beeps.
Hello, Bibi Bird. What are you up to today? Hi there. Good talker. Beebs, you know you can keep talking. It's okay. I thought my sweeping might get you talking. You seem to like activity. Didn't work, huh? You knew that's what I was thinking. Pretty Gracie. Can you do Rudolph? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. How about Rudolph, Gracie? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. You know Rudolph, don't you, Bee? You guys are silly.
Little Beebs.
I'm going to show you something for the...
Wow.
Yeah, that's for playing with their toys. That's why I'm in this a little bit later.
Guess she's having so much fun with her toys.
Yeah, broodiness. The grunting you heard, you might have actually been hearing it and I just wasn't.
Oh, I was definitely hearing it.
Yeah. My ears don't work when I first wake up. They don't work as well. Just enough to wake me up, not enough to... She was just sitting there like a lump before. What you doing, Beebs?
How you doing?
You get your pea pods and your broccoli? You gonna chop some broccoli for Greg? There's a lady on that's she's taking care of a bird. She's rehomed it. That its leg was broken and healed backwards, like completely twisted around, but she can still use it and everything. They're not sure how long ago that accident happened. You can climb around, can use it to pick up things and everything. It's pretty amazing. Hey Beeps, you could do some talking, you know.
Could just talk 'em.
She did some good morning when she first went on air. Not a whole lot since then. Oh, Bibi, so quiet. Hi, Beebs. You turned into a little statue, didn't you? A little blinking statue, though. Hi.
Sleepy Beebs.
Are you sitting there digesting? I think an egg is probably imminent. So it's like
Getting bigger.
480.
Oh yeah.
It's huge.
It's egg time.
I figured that's why her hiney was doing that this morning. Just let me know if you see her grunting or, looking like she's struggling to poop or something, and grab her and put her back in her sleepy cage. Alright, Beebs, I think we're going to sign off because you're being very, very, very quiet. You want to step up? You say bye-bye? To see you tomorrow? Say anything? Do-do-do-do. You're very sleepy, aren't you? You're a good bird. You're a good bird. Yes, you are. Yeah, very good. Alright. Being clingy. Sweetie pie.